Hello everybody, welcome to another video review. Today we'll be doing a test on the latest version of AVG that's still in beta. That's 2013. They just released it recently. So I've got myself a copy of it. And the first thing we notice is this major change in interface. Now this basically to suit the Windows 8 kind of, it's like the Metro style interface. You've got your big tabs here, very clearly visible. And the settings are still in there. I think the basic program design is still the same. If we go into options, you can still check all your settings. So it takes nothing away from you. Now let's make sure that it's up to date. Okay, there it is. And we've got our basic components like firewall, scanners, or anti-rootkit, all that stuff that was there in the 2012 version. And firewall set to automatic mode. I'm not going to mess with any of these settings. I'll leave it in stock. And identity protection, this is their 0-day. Oh, here we go. So this thing has quite a lot of bugs. I've been seeing other users test it, and they've found a lot of bugs as well. Their full version that I tested had a few bugs, so I'm expecting a lot of bugs in this one. So that's no surprise. Let's see about identity protection here. It's not got a lot of settings. AVG never gives you that. You can see the basic settings tab kind of stuff is still the same. You've got all your major settings to the left, and you can change your settings at the right. Identity protection, I love it if this kind of like behavior blockers, I'd love it if they could allow the users to customize this a little bit more. Right now it's got nothing at all. Just you can activate it, deactivate it, change the way it alerts you. Other than that, nothing else. So I'm going to leave it in stock settings. I'm not going to mess with it too much. So let's get started here. Now it wants me to do a full computer scan. I'm going to postpone it. So I've got some really brand new links that are less than 12 hours old. In fact, some of them may be minutes old too. I'm not sure how old they are, but they're all 0-day. That's for sure. So let's get started here. They've got a security toolbar as they always do. And they have their safe search and stuff over here. I'm not going to use any of those. So let's get started here. The first link is probably maybe some adware. I'm not sure. Okay, looks like some adware. There you go. First one was cut by their signatures, IP adware, protect me. Now, in the last version, I'm sure they had some problems with this. Okay, it wants me to reboot, and it basically will need to reboot every time. Whoops, should have hit run, but anyway, that was cut, so. First one was cut. Oh, come on. Second one's a Trojan. It's packed in a zip file. So I'll try run this. Okay, couldn't execute, and this is why. That one was cut by their signatures as well. Not a big surprise, because the first two were, kind of like moderate detection rate. They had about 20 or 21 detection rate, so expecting AVG to get it. Now previously, if I remember right, they had a hide button in here. They don't have that anymore. And that's never good when you take so long to remove a single file. I'm not sure why. Maybe because this is an archive. Anyway. So let's try to open this one. This is another archive file. Come on. This is really slow. It shouldn't take so long. Maybe it's it's trying to remove the file from the archive instead of deleting the whole archive. I guess that's how it's set to work. So maybe that's why it's taking so long. So let's wait for this here. Okay, this one was cleaned. That's good. Now this one has a lot of files. I'm going to run the major one, see if that gets cut. And it's cut. Let's try this one. Their interface really, I mean, they've made it look beautiful, but they haven't really given it the resources to work as it should. That's what it seems, and that's what always happens. They try to keep the program light while, you know, doing a lot of stuff like making these flashy looks. Okay, this one was caught. Okay, let's try this one. Let's wait for this to load up. This one was, again, kind of like, can say medium detection rate, about 10 or 12. A little bit on the low side, so I'm not sure if this will get cut. Let's try the next one. So last one seems to have got into memory pretty successfully. This one's still loading. Let's try the next one. That is a Trojan, pretty low detection rate as well. Okay, this one's kind of like dead, so try out the next one. That's a Trojan. Let's see how it reacts to this. This is a backdoor Trojan. Yeah, backdoor. So it should drop a file. Let's try the next one and let this one do whatever it wants to do. Looks like the last backdoor was missed too. I mean, it's kind of a little bit disappointing that AVG behavior blocker, isn't responding to any threats. Neither is their web blocking doing much. Everything's being caught by their REST and Shield. That's their basic antivirus signature-based engine. So this one's removed. This one, some kind of, I'm not sure, redirect or so. No. File, and this one was caught as well. Let's see if we can open it. No. That one's caught. Let's try out the next one. This one was probably caught as well. Caught. So let's try out the last two. Oh, looks like I got one link twice. So this will be our last one. And this just a redirect. Come on. Anyway, so this backdoor has probably dropped whatever it wanted to drop. So close this. Let's see what we've got running here. Let's open up kill switch. Not sure. I think I pretty clearly saw 2 or 3 files that ran not being detected by AVG, so we should see a couple of process here and there. Now this is the Internet Security, so this is the premium version, and this does have a web blocking feature. So it's disappointing to see not even one of the sites were blocked directly by their web blocking service. Didn't do too bad anyway. Okay, let's see if we've got anything running. In fact, I don't see anything. It's pretty strange. Just expecting some thing running here. Let's wait for kill switch to analyze everything though. And meanwhile, let's just take a look at AVG's memory usage. I forgot to check that. In fact, this is a beta, so not expecting it to be really that light. Okay, it runs a lot of process. Now this is a complaint that I get quite a lot. AVG runs too many process. They're not that bad. I mean, it's using right now maybe about 30 megs. So it's not that heavy on the system. Personally, I've used this and I don't really feel a lot of slowdown while using this. Of course, their scans are pretty hard on the resources, but other than that, it does pretty fine. But the main problem is their interface sometimes just doesn't respond. Even if you keep clicking on it, it doesn't open, especially after you've done something pretty resource intensive. Like let's say you've played a game and then you try to open this and it doesn't open up. And let's say you've got an infection and you're trying to load it up and do something, you're going to struggle. So that's not good. So anyway, I didn't notice a lot of problems so far. One bug, I mean the interface crashed once. Other than that, it looks fine. So let's try to grab some files here. I'll grab some files and we'll do a context scan and I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. I just grabbed my pack of malware. This right now it's quite old. I mean, by quite old, I mean it's 2 or 3 days old, maybe 4. I'm not sure. But that's the way I like to test it. I like to give the security suites about a couple of days or so to get their signatures in. Because, I mean, after this point, after 4 days or so, after 4 days of it being out there, if the security suite doesn't get it, most probably it's not going to get it anytime soon. Like, it may not get it for maybe a few months, may totally be absent in its databases. So that's how I like to test it. You know, if you test it, zero-day malware this way, if you do the test like that, then I mean, I don't see much of point in that because it may detect the files now, it may detect 60% now, and then you may do an update an hour later and it may come up with, let's say, 80%. So it doesn't make much sense. So I like to keep it this way. Some of you may disagree, but that's the way I'm going to do it. Okay, I just disable this to unpack my stuff. So where's the scan? Okay, here we go. No, in fact, I don't see any scan here. That's strange. More bugs, maybe? Okay, what's happening here? Well, that's strange. Ah, damn. Another bug here. The interface really crappy, I mean, I have to say. It's a pretty poor job from AVG. I mean, they're not like, it's not a new company. It's not like they've been making the interface right now. It's been a long time since they've been there, and their interfaces have always had problems. Not sure if they always had that, but right now they do have that. So anyway, now I've got that back. Okay, so it's found 26 items or whatever, and it's not removed anything. Try to remove all. Hopefully this will be quick. The scan was pretty quick, as you saw. It's already done. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's done. Doesn't show you the reports while it's scanning. So I guess I'll remove everything and I'll get right back. Okay, so I just ran another scan and it's found a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to hit remove all again, and I'll be right back when everything's done. Okay, welcome back guys. I did the third scan and it's found two more things, I guess. So I'll remove them. I wonder why it doesn't remove everything in one scan. In fact, it's not even removing them. Nothing's happening. Yeah, this is another bug in their interface. And this keeps reminding me. I remember I did not scan in the first place, and it keeps reminding me still every few minutes to do a full scan. Anyway, it's not going to find any more, hopefully. So, that's it. No more threats. As you can see, real time isn't finding anything, so that's all the signatures they have. So let's see how good is that. We had 300 items. Yep. Okay, so that's a detection rate of 90.33%. That's pretty impressive, I have to say. So AVG are working quite a lot on their signatures. I mean, that's what I can say. But let's see if they've got any form of defense against unknown malware like this. This looks like a fake AVG installer. How ridiculous. And we've been testing AVG today. This is a piece of adware. Okay, this one's not going to open, so let's try something else. So there you go, it says Kaspersky Trusted Download. That's strange. You don't see that on a lot of malware. Come on, run. Oops, looks like I hit reboot on one of those malware things, so I guess I'll be back when it reboots. Okay, so the system's rebooted, and now I'm going to try a couple more before I actually call this test complete. Let's try out maybe something like this. Crashed. Now that's the problem when the security suite finds so much stuff. You barely get anything to run. There you go, nothing much is exactly working here. And still, no, something did do something here. Virus identified. Now let's see what exactly caught this. There you go, it keeps telling me, although if you remember guys, I hit do not scan last time. Virus identified by Resident Shield, so this was in their signatures, wasn't caught, probably because it can unpack it. I don't know what to run. Let's try this last one here. And this one crashed as well, so couldn't really run too much stuff, but anyway, I did run a couple. So that one was removed. So now let's just turn off AVG. And let's run some scans. So first of all, I guess I I don't see a lot of misses, so there's no point running a lot of scanners. So at first I'll just run Malwarebytes and I'll be back with the results. Okay, Malwarebytes has found 20 items, so we did have some stuff silently creeping in our computer. And it's basically just 3 pieces of adware, in fact 2 pieces of adware and a PUP. There you go, the one that I tried right now, that's created several copies of itself here and there. I've got some registry keys, a memory process in fact. That's not good. So anyway, it's just adware, PUP, adware. So we'll remove these. And we'll reboot because we did have a memory process. So I'll be right back, and first I'll do a scan with Hitman Pro, of course. Well, so Hitman Pro didn't find anything else. So what can I say about AVG? The interface, well, they have to fix that. I mean, the bugs are just annoying. But I'm sure they'll fix that when they come to the final. Not so sure, in fact, because their last final version had a few bugs. But hopefully they'll do that. Other than that, based on security, I think it did pretty well. I mean, it's not the best. Yeah, you can still get a lot of stuff through this because it's not got really any really secure zero-day surface, any really good zero-day protection component, but tends to do okay from what I've seen. And as you saw, no major infections, just a couple of adware that doesn't really matter that much. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been a long review. So, hope you have a good take from this one. The AVG, well, I don't know. They're coming up as a good security suite from the last few years. I think they've improved. There was a time when everybody used to say AVG is just shit, don't buy it. But right now, I think they're doing pretty decent. I wouldn't say they're the best, but they're not the worst either. So certainly you can consider this product in the future. Right now it's in beta stage. Hopefully they'll fix the bugs. So that's it. Talk to you guys later.